Everybody, Mickey here. Welcome back to the Final Fantasy X walkthrough. Well, let's talk to our new fancy talking friend, Ewaka.
But someday the name of Waka will be spoken all over Spira. Say, lad, you wouldn't have a bit of gil to lend?
So this is Ewaka. He's, like he kind of explained last episode, he's a traveling merchant, and he is asking to be funded, looking for investors. He's an entrepreneur himself. And this might be a little bit of a mystery to some people who've never played the game, or just in general if you haven't been seasoned, how much money you want to give Ewaka. The general idea is you want to give him 1,001 gil. Essentially what happens is that we're going to be seeing Ewaka throughout our journey, and by giving him this much money, we get discounts over the course of the game. Oops. No. Almost completely screwed up there.
I guess it pays to ask, thank you kindly.
1,001 gil.
Fine seed money for the Waka merchant empire.
Got a long way to go before the Empire. And if you remember, these guys came through with us too, the Crusaders. Luzu and Gata.
I'm not at liberty to talk about our plan.
Sounds very secretive.
If people think you're with us, you'll be excommunicated too. Some things you're better off not knowing. Take it from me.
Yeah, you figure out here, at least very briefly, that the Crusaders kind of have a little bit of an issue, or I should say that Yevon, which is the church deity, kind of church in general, has an issue with the Crusaders.
Restricted area. Our operation depends on this cargo. Why don't you go topside? The fresh sea breeze might help restore your memory.
Well, whatever the case may be, there's something behind this door that these guys are just not going to let us really view. If we go in here, we can grab a treasure chest. Get ourselves a nice little remedy here. This looks like one of the Aurochs, Keepa. I don't know who he's talking about. But, hey, you know what? Just hide in the back, will you? Go behind the curtain where no one wants to see you. Let's go over here into the power room.
What the heck is that?
What the heck is what?
What is this place?
The power room, like it says on the door?
Yeah, but why the big birds?
What's so strange about chocobo power?
Chocobos? Those are chocobos?
What? You've never seen a chocobo? What kind of backwater island did you come from, anyway?
Xanarkin.
Miracles and oddities were starting to become daily routine on this trip.
Keep my words to myself. But you are rude. I am going to tell you that. Right here, you'll see there is a little book on the ground, a little bit difficult to see, and also not really difficult to see if you're looking for it. Another Albed primer.
La 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 la
Okay.
la la.
Get out of here. Get. You didn't need to hear that. Shouldn't have talked to you anyway, you rude bitch. I got backwater. Village, are you from anyway? Jeez. Keep those thoughts to yourself inside your head. Anyway, we can go ahead and travel around in here, but I don't think there's anything here in the cabin room. But we're on our way to head over to Kilika. Let's proceed. Check out what's going on with Yuna here.
We'll be praying for the Aurochs' victory too, so you come along, yeah?
Praying pretty hard as you guys have never
Word
won a
is,
game.
that summoner's got noble blood. I heard she's Lord Braska's daughter. You don't say.
Why are you saying it like
Lord
that?
Braska's daughter?
Well, anyway. People are surrounding Yuna. She seems to be a little baby celebrity. What's up going on? Hey, what's going on? Hey, got anything to say? He doesn't want to talk. Before moving on too far, let's go ahead and do a little bit of sphere gridding. I've been thinking about how I want to go about using sphere grids, or I should say using them, but showcasing what I'm learning on sphere grids. If you guys don't think it's too necessary, let me know, by all means. Otherwise, I'm just going to go ahead and do it on screen for a little bit. If other people are just not interested in this at all, I can go ahead and cut it out. But until then, I'll just show you a little bit of progress here. Get some agility. Just show you how the sphere grid works for a little bit. Kimari is a really special case where he actually winds up in seemingly the middle of everyone else's sphere grid. So, for instance, you'll notice that if we switch over to Yuna, which she's on a sphere grid, that is Cure and Isuna, which, you know, are typical white mage abilities that you can use. But Kimari is a special case because of the fact that he just sits right in the middle of everything. So it's going to be interesting. Everyone has a different way of how they like to build Kimari, but in my opinion, he's the most, I guess you could say, most fun type of character you play around with as far as having some customization to how you want to level him up. Just going to go ahead and set my overdrive modes correctly, and I want to go to configuration here because when Aeons come out, I'd like for their sequences to be short rather than to evolve. It could take a little while. Go ahead and set cursor to memory, and that'll be that. Cool. So after looking and realizing that Yuna is quote-unquote Lord Braska's daughter, let's talk to Walker.
So, is Yuna's father famous or something?
She's a daughter of High Summoner Braska. You saw his statue at the temple. Lord Braska defeated Sin 10 years ago. Yuna's the heir to a great legacy.
Also, she's got pretty big shoes to fill.
It's tough when your father's famous.
Huh?
I think
Walker's a bit lacking in the imagination.
Tidus can actually relate to a degree. Huh? You remember, Jack was a very, very
Thanks,
good
Lulu.
blitzball
I'll keep
player.
that in mind.
Extremely revered in Xanarkand. Tidus lives in his shadow. What do you gotta say? Victory. You guys busy? God, you guys suck. God. Well, Yuna's alone. Best time to talk to her. No one telling us to stay away from her. Yeah. Really lean on that very light rope,
nice.
Tidus. What's going on here? Final Fantasy X being awkward? Again? No.
You're a blitzball player, aren't you? From Xanarkand, right?
You hear that from Waka?
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
Our player. Xanarkand 8.
Waka. Waka doesn't believe me at all.
But I believe you.
Huh?
I've heard in Xanarkand there is a great stadium, all lit up, even at night.
Huh?
Great blitzball tournaments are held there, and the stands are always full.
How do you know that?
A man named Jack told me. He was my father's guardian.
Wow.
Jacked.
There's not a lot of people named Jack Tidus. I think you know where
My
this is going.
father. His name is Jacked.
Amazing! You know, our meeting like this must be the blessing of Yevon.
Yes, you could say that.
Sounds like him, but it can't be him.
Why not?
My old man, he died 10 years ago, off the coast of Xanarkand.
Give him a proper burial?
I'm sorry.
He went out to sea for training one day, and never came back. And no one's seen him since then.
Why, that's the day that Jecht came to Spira.
But...
It's true, I first met Jecht 10 years and 3 months ago. I remember that was the day my father left.
I was gonna say, it was very specific that you remember that.
The date fits, doesn't it?
Makes sense. Pretty important date for her.
Yeah, but how would he get here?
You're here?
That's what I was about to say. You got here, bud. That's a little bit of romantic tension. Guy in the background where he just kind of slid, just kind of pivoted and slid. I don't need to be laughing at such an intense scenario. Well, let's see what's actually going on here. Where the hell are the other Guardians? Well, he seems like he's doing his job pretty well. Sin. Obligatory. Here it is, our third meeting. And this time, I have a feeling that we're actually going to have to do something about it.
What do you think you're doing? Stick a harpoon in him and we'll all get dragged under.
Sin is going for Kilika. We gotta distract it.
How smart.
Our families are in Kilika. Forgive us, Lady Summoner.
I just don't think that's going to do a lot of good.
Wait! Oh boy!
Yeah. So we can all understand how this is going to end. Not too well. We're all connected to Sin here. If you remember these things from the first time that we fought Sin. These are the same Sin scales. Okay. Now we're fighting Sin. The help says straight up there, attack with magic and walk his ball. Because we can't actually hit him from here with our main melee characters like Beatus and Kimari. So, first and foremost, we have these Sin scales here. What I'm going to do is I want to go ahead and take 2 of them. Because if we take out all 3, Sin will just go ahead and regenerate. So it's best to take out 2 so that they don't continuously come. We're not strong by any means, but I will say that we have the ability to use Sheer. We could give the ability to, for Kimari and Titus, possibly to take them out with 1 hit. With Sin skills, that is. With Sin being as far away as he is, just like I was saying, you use magic or Waka's ball to be able to actually do damage. Targeting is kind of finicky, but just mess around with it a little bit. Try not to hit your characters as best as you can. I'm using Lulu to deal magic specifically because I wanted her in here first because, well, magic's going to do a little bit more damage than what Waka's going to be able to do. But at any rate, now that we have both Sin skills on, now it's time to go ahead and focus our target, focus on our main target here, prioritize our damage on Sin. At least his fin. Most of it's underwater. It's like a whale. Let's go ahead and just guard. Zerd on Sin. Now, you'll notice that we had the ability to see what Sin's HP was, and that was because of the fact that Kimari had sensor on his weapon. Sensor, like I was explaining, kind of gives it's like a light version of scan, and it will show some of the information that we need, such as the HP. It will even show elemental weaknesses at times, but what's nice is that the boss here has 1000 HP. That's exactly what I want to knock him down to. Now, with nearly everybody getting their participation credits, that's exactly why I went ahead beforehand and charged Baleful to his overdrive. Because at 1000 damage, Baleful will be able to use his overdrive to hit Sin with Energy Blast. Not Energy Ray. Energy Ray, you'll see, well, typically if they were on the same plane, it'll hit all of the enemies, but we're just going to focus Energy Blast on Sin. Yeah, real strong, real good damage at this point in the game. And by being able to hit Sin with Energy Blast now, we're going to be able to overkill it. 1500 damage. Really, really massive. That should help with our drops for a little bit too. Get us a little bit more spears. Pretty good all around. But yeah, that's exactly why I went ahead and charged for I don't know, it's looking bleak. Looks like we've gotten rid of him for the most part, though. A nice overdrive to the face, or to the fin. Seems like that's what did the trick. Where's Tidus? I like that they show how Waka is very concerned about Tidus. We already have a general understanding that Tidus is kind of this representation of Chapu, Waka's brother. But, I really appreciate that they actually showed that he cares. What? I'm gonna ask any questions. It did the job. Phoenix down? No. It's like a high potion, actually. Let's get back to the ship. Well, you know that when sweet dolphins go running, got another boss on hand. This here is part 2 of the boss of Sin here. Sin spawn Echuilles, or whatever his name is. But in this boss, you don't want to focus on at least you don't want to focus much on the Sin scales. They'll just be used to attack you. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is use Cheer a few times. That's going to boost up our strength and our defense. And, I mean, at this point in the game, if we use that 5 times... Oh, I should have actually used Dark Attack with Waka to prevent that from happening. But I'll do that next turn. But at any rate, yeah, adding 5 strength to... from Cheer, it's pretty useful right now, so I'm going to do that, as well as adding the extra amount of defense. I might not do it 5 times, but I definitely want to do it at least 3 or 4 times. I think I'll do it a 4th time, because I saw that Tidus is supposed to actually get his turn here pretty soon. The main threat that the Echuilles, whatever his name is going to have here is that he has an attack that's going to hit both Waka and Tidus, And from what I understand, there's really not much you can do to dodge it, or honestly just do anything about it. So you want to just keep your HP up. Plunger, this is the attack. I don't believe that blind affects this at all. Anyway, we've got our cheer buff going on, so let's go ahead and do some fun. Now I want to go ahead and deal about 1600 damage. So that's about 480 or so. And let's heal up Ketis with a high potion so I don't have to worry about healing anymore. So yeah, I want to deal about 1600 damage to Echuilles here, and after that, I'm going to go ahead and use Overdrive to finish him off. Let's see, that's 600. Let's do about 900 damage here. The whole point of this is very similar to the Sin's Fin that we attacked there. We just want to get 1100. We want to be able to get a overkill. Not extremely important, just helps out with spheres. It's like the rest of the other overkills that I've been doing. So I want to say, let's hit him one more time, and that's generally, you know what, let's hit him one final time just in case. Oh, damn it. I guess I should have gone ahead and used the overdrive right then and there. But I'm not really gonna be too worried about it. It's really not that big of a deal. But, wish I could have went ahead and showed the reason as to why I even set the loner overdrive against Kimahri, but you know, to prepare for the overdrive, the Echuilles guy. If you did so, you would have gotten a couple more ability spheres. But again, I don't think it's going to be that much. Now, this is a pretty heavy cutscene, so I'm going to be quiet for most of it here. Devastation from Sin just
When
took out.
Sin attacked Zanarkand that day, I woke up in Spira. I kept hoping it would work in reverse, too.
I will defeat Sin. I must defeat Sin.
I was just fooling myself. Maybe it was that day, on the sea, under the burning sun. I started to give up hope. I was in a foreign world. I wasn't going home. This was my new reality, and I was stuck in it for good.
You're just getting pretty close there. But yeah, here we see the devastation, the actual catastrophe that Sin is. You know, when he destroyed Zanarkand at the beginning of the game, it didn't seem like it held so much weight, specifically because we just didn't really see the repercussions. We knew the damage that he was doing, but to realize that it wasn't just some freak accident that
Greetings. I am the summoner Yuna.
Sin's
I have
purpose.
come from the temple in Besaid.
Oh,
Destroy
Milady
stuff.
Summoner!
If there is no other summoner here, please allow me to perform the sending.
Thanks, BTA.
Our loved ones. We feared they would become fiends.
Please, take me to them.
But all in all, the devastation and destruction here, Kilika, it furthers our actual motive. Gotta stop Sin.
We'll go see what we can do to help in town.
Huh?
Seems like everyone's taking it fairly lightly, but it's been pretty rough. Anyway, thanks a lot for watching, guys. Catch you later next time.